Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now I'm doing whip of the week today, whip of the week. So if you've not come across a whip of the week video before, I haven't properly filmed in a week, almost a week, yeah. Whip of the week is just me colouring a page that I've already started, I'm halfway through or I've nearly finished, and talking about general life, what things that have been going on. And I do share a lot on my channel. I do share a lot about my family, a lot about everything really. But this page is by, who is it? Christina Newalk. I'll just bring it up to the camera there at the bottom. And this is Queens of Poland. I know there's another one of these as well, but I've had to put these pins on this side to keep the page down now because I've done that. This page wants to ping up, but it is what it is. We'll just have to deal with it. Maybe if I just do one. No, it makes no difference. Makes no difference. I have used Prismacolor to do the base for the skin, and I don't want to use them today. I'm not in the mood for Prismacolor, but I do want a soft pencil, so I've reached for what are they called, these? The Derwent drawing pencils? Yeah, the Derwent drawing pencils. Now, I don't have the full set. I think I'm missing 2 or 3. I'll actually count now. I do have quite a few of the Chinese whites because I do really like this white. This is my favourite white of any pencil. Even better than the Prismacolor, I think. And I do know that I've got a double of colours somewhere. It might be the black. Just checking. Ivory black, yeah, I've got 2 of them because I went shopping, actually literally going shopping, and I forgot which colours, smoke blue, I'd forgot which colours that I'd bought. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. See, I've got 19 of the 24 colours. I don't like having bits missing in my collection, so I might have to do a Jackson's Art order. I'm going to pull out light sienna and yellow ochre and brown ochre as well, and see how I get on with the skin, because I've already put that base layer down. Sepia red might be a little bit too dark. Mars orange might be a little bit better. So we'll just work with these for now. I don't keep them in a pencil case because the set's so small. I just keep them in this pencil case and that does the job. If that annoys you, it annoys me just as much. But if I take it off, the page will just ping back on itself. So what date are we today? Come on phone, it's because it's on charge. The 6th of June today, Monday the 6th of June. And my daughter's gone back to school today. I was thanking the Lord. I needed her to go back after a week off. It was more than a week because she had the Friday off as well. Let me just test this first. I'll put a light layer of this all over. Yeah, so she had the Botox the week that they broke up from school. She had the Friday off because we had to take her to Liverpool Alderhay for her Botox injections in her salivary glands, in her neck and right at the side of her face. She's still got bruises actually. They're going more of a yellowy green colour now, whereas before they were like black, blue, purple. So they have cleared up, but it seems, touch wood, touch my head, that it's been a success. I mean, the whole day was a whole ordeal. They originally wanted us to get there for 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so I would have had to starve Isabel all morning, all that day. Anyway, I ended up, to cut the long story short, I ended up managing to get the appointment slightly earlier. So instead of it being at 2 o'clock, we changed it to 12. So I still had to starve her all day anyway. But then she got the procedure done a bit quicker, so we got there. And I think she only actually went down to theatre at about 3:30. It took all that time of just waiting, and then they had to put the numbing cream on and then give her the pre-med and then wait for that to kick in. and then we took her down to theatre. It was only one parent allowed, so I went down with her. She was really good while they were putting the cannula in her hand. I mean, she had the numbing cream on, and she had this pre-med that they give them. The way that he explained it, they said it's like she's a happy drunk, which I know is not good for a 5-year-old, but that's the way that they explained it. So, you know, she didn't bother when they put the cannula in, and then they put this white medicine in beforehand, and then the clear medicine, which that's the one that made her go to sleep. And she just did one big yawn, just went, ooh, and her eyes just went at the back of her head. But as I was walking out, her eyes pinged open. So, are you sure she's asleep? That yes, Mrs. Walker, yes, she's definitely asleep. She's definitely asleep. Because obviously you panic, don't you? Anyway, so I goes back to the room. Danny's not there, and they've already kicked him out of that waiting room, because they give you like a separate room to wait for the medication to kick in. They'd already kicked him out of that room and put him in like a large waiting room with everybody else. I was like, thanks for telling me, everyone, walking into this room all by myself with a sandwich in my hand, because it was way past dinner time. And we didn't want to eat as well, obviously, because Isabel couldn't eat. We felt so sorry for her, so we were starving as well. By like 3:30 we hadn't eaten. So they told us that it'd take 10 minutes to actually do the procedure. Just 10 minutes. An hour and 15 minutes later, they finally come out. I mean, I was panicking at that point. I was saying to Danny, something's gone wrong, why are they not coming out? What's wrong, what's happened? But it must have just took that long to do the procedure, move her to the recovery bit and do whatever else it is that they do. I don't know. Yeah, so she had injections. I think she had four altogether, 2 either side. Like I said, she's still got a bit of a bruise there, but she's recovering, and she woke up actually. I mean, she was completely panned out when we were sat waiting for her to wake up. But there was a boy, he must have been about 10 or 11, and he was screaming just across the way. So that woke her up, which, you know, we didn't bother about, because the quicker she woke up, the quicker we could go. Then we had to wait for the nurses to come round and remove the cannula, which that wasn't nice. I can't even look. I hate having them put in, and I hate seeing Isabel go through that. So she did cry getting that took out. But then we got her home. We promised her a McDonald's all day, all that week actually. We said, once you've had your big surgery, then you can have your McDonald's. And then they give us like the discharge papers, and it said no solid food, e.g. no chips, no this, no that and the other. So, luckily we don't think that she remembered or fully understood when we were saying it to her. So that night she just had some really soft like noodles sort of thing for her tea. But she was starving, the poor little love. Them bananas. And then the next day, true to our word, we got her the McDonald's, and we thought, you know what, because she always scoffs at McDonald's so quick, a little Happy Meal. We got her an adult portion of chicken nuggets and chips, and the greedy little thing ate the whole lot. 6 chicken nuggets, a large portion of chips. She doesn't drink pop or have milkshakes or anything like that. She just has her juice. Like a wheat cordial, that's all she has. Yeah, and she ate the whole thing, because I think she was still so hungry from the day before, like not being fed properly. But yeah, we have noticed an improvement. We managed to go out for a walk over the weekend, and it was a decently long walk, and we didn't take the bib with us. And she were okay. And it was so weird seeing her in nice clothes and being able to see the clothes, because usually there's a big huge bib over the top. So it was nice, because we took her to Met in Me, I think it's called. It's like a bird reserve. They have loads and loads of ducks, and we timed it perfectly, because there was ducklings, there was baby birds. Oh, it was lovely, and she loved it, and I mean loved it. And it was only cheap as well to go there, so I think we'll try and take her there once a month, obviously weather depending, because it is all outside, and you can't rely on the great British weather. Our summers have turned into our autumns. It's all skew-if at the moment. So yeah, she really enjoyed it there. We got her this cute little hat and a Peppa Pig bath book. I think the neighbours are gracing us with their presents. Not much longer now, I'm hoping, not much longer. We did recently actually get the information, when you're buying houses, you get the information of what the homeowner is leaving in the house, and they're taking the bathroom cabinet, which me and my husband are not happy about, because we're hoping that it's not going to destroy the tiles behind the cabinet. So I think we're going to dispute that and say something, because like I said, I'm not too bothered about the cabinet, but if it damages the tiles, then we're going to be moving into a house and basically having to do work on it when we don't really want to and not got the money to. So a simple question of why have you done that, why do you have to take it, goes from our solicitors to then his solicitors, and his solicitors needs to speak to him. So a question that should take 5 minutes over the phone, if that, is going to take like 2 or 3 days to get an answer to. So it's probably going to be the middle to end of next week before we even hear from them again. But it's moving. The house is, you know, it's moving. It's just going slowly, and we're currently boxing things up, taking them to my mother-in-law's. Just things that she's got a big like spare room in the loft that she doesn't use. It's only her that lives in that house, so she's said that we can store some of our things. She's even got my wedding dress that I did plan on keeping, and I was going to change it into a christening dress for a baby, and then Isabel happened, and then yeah, the rest is history. So I need to do something with that. I'll probably never be able to fit in it again because I was tiny. I was like a size between a 10 and a 12, which that is tiny for me. If you've seen me in real life, you know my body shape, that's tiny for me. So I'll probably never fit in it again. Like if we went and renewed our vows, I'll probably never fit in that one again. So is there any reason to actually be keeping hold of it? Probably not. But the new house has got loads and loads and loads of attic space. Like it's all decked out with shelves. So, you know, I could keep it in there. But what's the point? I don't know. I'll speak to my husband and see what he thinks. Because he might just say the same thing. He might as well just keep it. My dad bought it for me when we got married. So it is special. But I've had, I don't want to say it all week, I've been in a really, the only way I can explain it is like stuck in a rut, and I've took it out on everybody. Some people have deserved it. I'm not going into too much details, but yeah, some people have deserved it this week. I've had a couple of mishaps, but I got to that point. What day are we now? We are Monday. I think it was before we went meeting Mia. It might have been Thursday or Friday, because he was off work, because we had the Jubilee, the Queen's Jubilee. So he was off work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And the only way I can explain it, like I said, is feeling stuck in a rut. And I hate to admit it, but I ended up saying to my husband, what if one day we say that we don't want to look after Isabel anymore? I was really suffering for a couple of days last week. I was really suffering, and it didn't help. He came out with a comment, and I think he thought he was being funny, but I didn't find it funny. He said, "You never laugh nowadays, you hardly smile." And then I ended up getting really upset. I think it was not that night, the night after. It wasn't because of that comment. It was all these other things getting on top of me, like with Isabel's surgery. And then I was reading up, and I remember the doctors have told us that she'll probably have to have hip surgery when she's a little bit older, because there's a chance of her hips dislocating. So I thought it was a good idea to then sit in bed and research all these things, and it just got on top of me. It did, and I started crying my eyes out, and then I felt guilty for what I said, because obviously I don't mean that. But some days are really difficult. It's nice to get back to colouring again on a different a side note, because I've been doing a lot of diamond painting. I've finished 2 diamond paintings now in like 2 months. I think the first one took me about a week, and I think that butterfly one took me about a week and a half, 2 weeks, and that was smaller. I have still got the WIP. I've got the Alice in Wonderland WIP, so you might see that in an upcoming video. If I just fancy doing a chatty video and I just want to get that done, I might just sit and work on that. Talking about diamond painting, I've been speaking to a couple of my YouTuber friends, and they have said things that I've thought about as well. Like, we've all wondering what not all wondering, but how do I explain it? Like, when we're thinking of things that we want to do on the channel, I am not going to force myself to sit here and do a certain thing that I don't want to do, because I think it comes across on camera. I really do think it comes across that you're not enjoying it, you know, blah 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 blah. So that's why I thought I want to do a little bit more diamond painting. So I have done. And then, you know, you get the odd comment where I'm not really here for this, I'm here for the colouring and here for the art. That's fine. Just don't watch them videos. That's absolutely fine. Just don't watch the videos that you're not interested in. Because sometimes we need to change things up. I think change is good sometimes. And obviously, coming back to the colouring, I'll more or less always come back to this and my watercolour. But, you know, it depends of the mood. Depends of the mood. I'll try a little bit of this Mars orange. I'm a bit... I think I'm going to have to go over some of these areas with a bit of that Chinese white maybe. But yeah, I'm not forcing myself to sit down and film videos I don't want to do. I'm not forcing myself. I used to think it was like, oh, you have to go out and buy this and you have to buy that. I'm not doing that anymore, and it's so refreshing. Honestly, it's so refreshing. I'm just buying what I want to buy. What else have I... The only thing that I bought colouring really recently, because of the Jubilee thing that was on, oh, I'm going to have to press pause. My camera gets to a certain number and then goes, right, you need to stop now, and then carries on, so I just pause it beforehand. Yeah, because it has been the Jubilee weekend, Derwent had a big sale on. They had the 72 set of the Derwent Light Fast pencils for £119.99, £120. Now that's the lowest price that I've seen them, so I have purchased them. So I don't know when they'll be here from Derwent, but I did check on Amazon and they're available on Amazon through a third party seller, I think it was, for 120 as well. But I thought I'll just, while it's the Derwent website, I'll do it through them. And then I was kicking myself after, because I should have ordered a couple of the blender pencils. So yeah, I'm kicking myself a little bit. But I did notice as well that they did the new, is it 26 or 28 colours? They've got them separately for £95. Ooh, £95. So maybe in the future, I mean, you're not saving much. I worked it out, it was like a couple of pound. You're not saving much by buying all of them opposed to buying them open stock. So I might just buy them open stock as and when I've got the money, sort of thing. But I'm looking forward to trying them out. I have got a single light fast pencil, a purple, I got in like a sample set, and I do really like them. And I think it was Corey that was telling me they're really good for her as well. They're really good for her. This was ages and ages ago, and I stopped myself from buying them then. But yeah, I've caved. I've not got a pencil case for them as well, so I need to find a nice pencil case. I was browsing Amazon, and I have found a couple, but I'm just going to wait until the pencils get here, I think, and then print off a swatch chart. I'm going to check if Colour with Colour's got a swatch chart, or Corey might have one. Get that printed off and get them all nicely swatched out. I'm worried about, I'm going a bit overboard with this orange. It's going to look like she's got loads of fake tan on. Which I have not done. Not long had a shower, washed my hair and done all them bits. So yeah, I feel nice and refreshed, and it is coming up to dinner time now. It's 12:10. So once I've finished this video, I'll go and make my dinner, and I'm thinking about starting to watch The Crown. I've never seen it. Has anybody else seen it? My husband told me ages and ages ago, Debbie, that's something that you'll definitely like, and I didn't take him on. I didn't take him on. But I was watching a couple of things about the Queen this morning, just because it has been the Jubilee. I was interested. And then the Crown popped up. It was like an advert for the Crown. So I thought, oh, but you know what? I might actually start watching that. So I might give an episode a go this afternoon and see what I think. Is it meant to be the royal family? I'm not sure. It was literally like a minute clip trailer that I saw. I've not seen any spoilers or anything for it, so it'll all be new to me. I know that there's 3 or 4 seasons of it. But I still need to finish Better Call Saul. But I just wanted to make today because I have had both of the kids, which if you've got a teenager you know how stressful they are. I've had all the kids and my husband off, so like I said, I'd had a really slow morning this morning. Had a shower, washed my hair, I painted my toenails. I need to go and get these nails took off. I think I'm gonna go acrylic free for a little while. I just could not be bothered walking to the nail place this morning. So I've just had a slow morning. I'm going to have a slow afternoon, filming a couple of videos. I might pull that other diamond painting out and spend an hour on that, or I might put the Crown on. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. Oh, we did go to my favourite steak restaurant at the weekend as well. We did end up taking Isabel with us, with it being the Jubilee weekend. I keep talking about it, but it was mega busy, you know, the times that we would go without her. So we thought, you know what, we'll take her. We fed her before we left the house, and she was good as gold. Absolutely good as gold. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. I had my usual ribeye steak, and Danny had a burger, which he never usually has a burger from that place because it's a steak restaurant, but he said it was lovely. It was one of the nicest burgers that he had. It was like a proper steak burger with bits of bacon and what have you on. I'm not really a fan. Not really a fan of burgers. Unless they're from McDonald's or from a barbecue, like from a proper butcher's. I don't really like them. Not my sort of thing. I think I'll put another layer of that lighter colour. What was it called? Light sienna over the top. I'm interested to see actually what colours I'm missing. I didn't realise that I was missing like 6-7 colours. So I'm going to have a look at that this afternoon. And I probably, the Derwent pencils, the whole 24 set, were down to £26 on the sale, but they'd all sold out. They'd all sold out. Because they are really, really nice, these pencils. They've got super thick core compared to other pencils, like Prismacolor or, what are they called, Chromaflow? They're quite thin, them ones. I've not felt the need to go out and buy the full set of them. I think I've got a set of 24, I think, and I'm quite happy with that. I don't feel the need to go out and buy a full set of them. They break really easily on me, but it's because I'm so heavy-handed, both with colouring and diamond painting. It's terrible. I can't help myself. I'm going like that with the diamonds, right? Just take your time, smush. I can't help it. I've always been heavy-handed. I'll just do another light layer of this, and I'm going to pop a little bit of Chinese white on. I don't know if I'll get away with doing the eyes, because there's not a massive selection of colours. I'm not sure. Yeah, but I think that's all that's been going on really. We've been out for a couple of times. I've had a really couple of crappy days last week. But you bounce back, don't you? You bounce back. I don't think it helps as well that she's wearing a splints now all the time, and you can tell how uncomfortable they are. And it weren't yesterday, it was Saturday. I think we took her for a little walk around our local neighbourhood, and we didn't put the splints on, we didn't fasten her feet in, and she was sticking her legs out, and she was the happiest I've ever seen her when we took her for a walk. She was giggling, she was squealing, she had her legs stick out like she was kicking. But then we got halfway through the walk and she'd slumped down that much in the wheelchair. Her harness was practically choking her, so we both said to each other, no, can't do that, never again. So we started looking at other alternate chairs, like special needs buggies, just for the times that we want to take her for a little walk, or like say when we took her to Martin Mia, so she's more comfortable. So we started looking at them. But there's nowhere that you can go to test them. It's all like you have to get them sent to your house, and then if it don't work, then you have to pay like 30, 40, 50 pounds to send it back in the post. It's It's ridiculous. But we've been looking at something called a special tomato jogger, which is a 3-wheeler, and she can have her legs stretched out as much as she wants in that. As much as she wants. And if she wanted to, she could even have a little snooze in it. She can't snooze at all in the wheelchair. If her head goes down, she'd choke herself. But she could do in this one. So we're on the fence and we're just looking at money and stuff. And we'll just see. Have I got one open? I'm sure I've got one open. Sharpened. Yes, I most certainly have. I just want to use a little bit of this. Just on the cheeks to make them a little bit smoother. I know it's probably not picking up on camera, but I can notice it. And I've just got the hair to do on this lady. Something for the pearls and the flower, and then it's done. I think I might pick another Kirby page though. I enjoyed doing that Kirby page that I did the other day. So I think I'm going to challenge myself. There's a big double page spread and it's like it's not a turtle, it's like a troll thing, and it's got a tree on top of it. It's from Mythic World. And I'm just picturing pink flowers on that tree. So I'm thinking if I can picture that, I can probably picture the rest of it done. Let's put a little bit on the forehead as well. Is it a Chinese blossom? Japanese blossom? I don't know. You probably know what page I'm talking about. I'm thinking of starting that on camera and doing it as a full, like, real time. But I think that it'll take me about 10 million parts to get it finished. So I don't know, maybe I can do a little bit in real time and then speed a little bit up and then do more in real time, just to shorten it down a little bit. Because I think sometimes, like, even if I did this as a hair tutorial, I only need to do a couple of strands. Or like if I did this strand here and you get the gist of it, you don't need to see the whole thing. Because I just think that maybe it'd get boring for you. And then I've spent all that time filming it and editing it for it to be boring. So maybe that's what I'll do. I'll do partly real time, partly speeded up. I'm going to add a little bit to the eyes and see what I can get away with. Let's try a little bit of smoke blue. Now, I've not sharpened these ones. And I don't want to sharpen it because it's super large. Let's try a little bit. It's just a really, it's like a grey blue. It's beautiful, beautiful shade. Actually, it's like an eggshell. An eggshell. This is the colour that I want my new front room to be, or one wall. One wall. And then I'll try a little bit of ink blue, just where she's already put the shadows. And I do want to blend this out. And then when I've finished the whole of the picture, I'll go in with a black to define the eyes and the eyelashes, and then add a little bit of grey as well. I can add the pupils in now, I suppose. Is that the black one? Ivory black. Super duper black colour. But I think I'm going to finish this whip of the week here. Does still need a little bit more work, but I'll do that off camera. I will do that off camera. But until my next video, take care of yourself, and I will see you again soon. Bye.